Hey everyone, let me give it a new try on taking some notes with my experience from upgrading EKS to 1.25 last time and the network issue that I have faced and the reason for that. First, I will not talk about the other issue we faced during the breaking changes in the Kubernetes release notes, but I'll talk about only the network issue. And the network issue was first caused by a bug version in IP tables, which is a mismatch between the version of IP tables and the kube router, which is causing default IP table through that is dropping the network traffic. Hence, the load balancers were not working. From the load balancers, applications were not receiving traffic. But why the load balancers were not working? First, because pods of the Nginx ingress controller were in pending state, and that was because the secrets could not be mounted. The secrets could not be mounted because the error was that the CSI driver was missing, but the CSI secrets driver was there, but the pods of the CSI secret driver were not running, and they were not running because there was no network connection to the API of the control plane, which I discovered through the network of the control plane and the address it's trying to connect. The problem was that I was initially thinking that the issue is with the IP tables. After I applied the fix to all of these auto-scaling groups with kubelet extra arguments, I saw that there is still an issue, and I started playing with the security groups because I was thinking that just we have to allow that network in some of the security groups, which was some kind of strange to me, because if that was the reason, we would have experienced that issue a while ago, but that wasn't the case. So at some point I saw that Calico pods, which is our CNI, which is responsible for the network addressing in the Kubernetes, pods of the Calico were also pending, and the error was still timeout to that particular network and the control plane API. Then I checked what version of Calico we were using. It was old one and unsupported by EKS 1.25, which I left something out. But going through the release notes, notice that there are improvements and fixes on auto discovery of the IP tables mode, which was related to the issue we were encountering. So I proceeded with the upgrade of the Calico, but I was confused what we need exactly to change, because we are using small amount of code and components related to Calico in comparison with the official manifests. The approach I took was to compare only what we have now with the official manifests. Then just once introduce the changes to our manifest, which were some CRDs and 2-3 additional mounts in the pod, everything started working fine, and the NLBs were automatically discovered. Hence, the application started working. There were some issues outside of the networking, but I would prefer to talk separately about them if someone is interested. But to me, that was very useful to understand more in depth how the Kubernetes and the networking itself is working exactly.